is Andre from Red Hat Developers with a quick demo of a new feature that we added to intellij-kubernetes, our plugin for Jetbrains IDEA to manage Kubernetes clusters. I have my Jetbrains IDEA running. I opened a Quarkus demo project and I added the Minikube and the Kubernetes extension to it so that I can deploy my application to Minikube or a generic Kubernetes cluster. You find those files in target Kubernetes, and once you open the file you see that it creates a deployment. Deployments in Kubernetes work as follows. Deployment will create pods on the cluster. Once you create a deployment on the cluster, it'll create the pods using the template. In the template you get basic settings that the deployment will use to create the pods. The deployment, when running, then is using a selector expression to select the pods that it'll manage, and the selector works with a match labels definition, where you can define the labels that are required on the pod to get managed by this deployment. In my particular case, generated by Quarkus, I see that it's required to find the following two labels, an app Kubernetes IO name and app Kubernetes IO version with specific values. So now to the new feature in our intellij-kubernetes plugin. You see that our editor is adding hints to labels, to selectors. So in my particular case, I want to know if the selector in my deployment will match the pods that are running and created by the deployment on the cluster. I see that the hint tells me two matching. If I click onto it, I see first the Kubernetes version of this very same file, which isn't of much of interest to me right now. So I go back to Minikube, and in Minikube it points me to the labels within the template of my deployment. So I know that the selector expression will match the pods that get created by the deployment. The opposite, of course, works too. If I go to the labels within the template, so here template and here are the labels, I get two matching there too. I get first again the Kubernetes variant of this very same file, and when I get to Minikube, I get pointed to the selector expression within the exact same deployment. This also works with other resources. I have an example with a persistent volume and a persistent volume claim. Persistent volume claims will select persistent volumes based on rules. The rules can be labels or expressions. So in this particular case, I have a match expression which selects volumes based on environment with a value of production or staging and a region that must exist. So I see here in the selector one matching. I get scrolled to the persistent volume within the very same file, and it's matching because there's an environment, type production, and the region exists. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Bye.